What is up, everybody? It is your boy Mike Ayers, and here with Miss Elise and and we are back with a brand new, spanking new, slap your mama parental composure podcast.
I swear, some of the words and phrases you say, I'm like, where did you get that from? Slap your mama?
Come on, you never heard that?
No, I haven't. Okay. I've heard your mama.
It's so good it makes you want to slap your mama because nobody's going to slap their mama. So if something is so good that it makes you slap your mama, it is great. So if your kid ever slaps you, they just had something great. OurCommunityNow.com is a proud sponsor of Parental Composure 2.0. When you want news and stories that make you feel good, or you just want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, go to OurCommunityNow.com for the latest. Well, as we say, it's 2022. We started this whole shebang in end of 2019.
Yeah. Even before COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, BC COVID is when we started our podcast. Don't act like you haven't heard that before.
I haven't. Actually, that is the very first time I've ever heard that. I promise.
Okay. So it was original. It was an
2019 BC.
Yes.
Okay.
2019. So... And now it's 2022? What?
So for all y'all who do not know who we are and have no freaking clue even what our names are, I'm going to do it again. I'm Mike, and this is Elise.
I'm Elise.
And between the two of us, we have, count them, 9 children.
Yes,
9.
we do.
Between two families.
But Mike and Kristen have the most.
Let's just point that out.
I'm just going to say, Mike, you have the most kids. Because you do. Are you going to tell everybody?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, first, I want to let everybody know that Elise has the most well-mannered kids.
That's not true. I've been around your family. I love your kids.
And I've been around your family, and I love your kids. But they are more well-mannered than mine.
I don't know about that.
So, the Ayers Zoo is compiled of 6 children. Count them, 6 children.
Yes.
5 who live in the house with me and my wife.
And tell everybody the ranges, because you have a large range in age.
So, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just an age range between 2 years old and 22 years old.
Dang.
Exactly 2 decades apart.
22.
Hey, Mike, what have you been doing the last 2 decades? Oh, I don't know, having kids.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a long time.
And before our last one, we actually already started this podcast.
Yes.
So I started this
That's
one
right.
kid less.
I know. Remember we did a podcast about us, the diaper bag or whatever?
Yes.
Yes, that was a fun one.
Yep.
Yeah. And changing diapers.
Yep. On the teddy bear. That was great.
Oh, it was good practice, right? I mean, you needed that practice.
Yes, it was. But the thing is that I talk so much trash about sometimes. Did y'all catch what I was doing there? Sometimes, I talk trash about my kids. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look, how much trash do your kids talk about you?
Oh, they say your mama all the time.
That's right. So that's the thing. But even after that, I still had another kid.
No.
I had to start all over again.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys did that, but you did it. And Kendall is adorable. She's so cute.
Well, oh, yes, she's so adorable.
She is so... If you guys haven't seen a picture of Kendall, she's on our Instagram page. And that little attitude, oh my gosh.
Yeah, big time attitude. But, okay, so now let's talk about your well-mannered, great kids.
I don't know why you keep saying that. First off, thank you. Because,
Was that too much to do? You should have done that when I first said it.
Okay, well, thank you. That's nice. And honestly, it makes me feel good to know that they act well-mannered. And I would say the same thing about your kids. Because when we're around, they're always well-mannered. But it is important to, thank you. But they are kids, and we have our own issues. Believe me. But
like all the grays that you got in your hair?
Yeah. Well, it's not so bad right now. Maybe in like a week or 2 when I need to get my hair done again. But, so I have 3 kids and ranging from 12 to 16. So not as big of a, oh my God, 12, not 12, 11. She's, yeah, wow, I'm the worst mom ever. Can we edit that out?
Nope. And the
Okay.
mom of the year goes to.
Yeah, exactly. That's my title, and I definitely don't deserve it
You
because
just lived up to it.
yeah, obviously. So I have a 16-year-old, and he's going through 16-year-old stuff. Yeah, we just got. Our producer's laughing at me. This is apparently very funny. And he just got his car that he worked very hard for and saved up, and we told him that we'd help him match it, whatever he earned. So we did that. He got his car. He's going to be taking his test soon to get his license. So that's a little bit scary, but yeah, that's happening. And he has the girlfriend. So that's even better because he's going to have so much freedom. But we're not going to go into that. Nope.
Not on this episode?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 kids, 2 boys. My middle, he's very into like engineering stuff. He's very like mechanical, but he's also very caring. He loves kids. Loves Kendall.
Kid is a freaking genius. I give him that.
Yeah. And my youngest, my daughter, my only daughter. So, and she's going through the tween stuff. So we're not even in the kid stuff anymore. So
Now,
we have a lot to talk about.
The one part I didn't explain was that I have all girls except for one boy, Jackson. So kind of like we're opposite. She has more boys than girls, and I have more girls than boys.
Yes.
And
which is weird because I feel like I would, I like being around women and like girls. I think it's fun. You talk about like hair and, clothes and makeup.
you look, my kids are only well-mannered around you because we work very close. So you're kind of like, you and your family are kind of like family to us, like our extended family.
Yeah.
So that's why they treat you with, some well-mannered respect.
Well,
But now come over to the house, it's a whole different ballgame.
don't you think that's like everybody's house though?
No. That my house is a house that our friends and family don't like to come to.
Oh, stop. I'm sure that's
Am
not
I lying?
true.
Friends and family? Of the heirs family?
Now, why would you say that? Like,
It's kind of loud. It's like a party every single night. When you go home, it's like one of those parties that just got out of control because everybody was drunk. But my kids
people
don't
like
drink.
That.
Well, my younger kids don't drink. People like that?
Yeah.
People like that?
So, I came from an Italian family. So some of my family was very vocal, but my
Shut
immediate...
up! I said I'm getting it! See, that's how it is. You see that? You see what I did there? I gave you an example of what happens in my house. You're in the middle of this conversation,
Yes, I
and then
know
I just...
what I'm telling you. I married into a family that's like is vocal and like loud and emotional, and it's fun, But I could see how that would get tiring.
I would take a video of it, but there's like there's a lot of language in there, people, that you just don't want to hear or you can't hear because it's just so bad.
So lots of F-bombs and 4-letter words.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie that hasn't happened in my house.
Cussing happens.
I try to, watch my mouth, but it's, yeah.
Cussing happens in a house. Well,
Yes.
for those families who cuss. Now, we don't like doing it deliberately.
Yeah.
Do we though? Oh.
Maybe this is something we need to think about.
Yeah, because
It does make me feel better sometimes.
what, yelling?
Yeah.
So here's the thing: do
saying
you
it-
yell and scream, or you just yell? Because there's a big difference.
So like this is the thing for me. Like my button can be pushed for a while, like and not have I don't have a reaction, but then I have my like limit, and then it's like yelling, yell, scream, yell like
Yell slash.
scream, yell, yeah, all of it. So
Do we love parenthood?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Was there hesitation in there? Or? All right. I was kind of expecting you to be like, of course.
I mean, I'm really putting myself in that question, and I think it takes a little bit of time to answer. Because let's just be honest, parenting is freaking hard.
It's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life.
It is, and
Flat out.
it has nothing to do with you. It literally, you're like having to focus on the biggest needs of your children. Now, I'm not saying that our needs aren't important, because they very much are, and we're going to talk about that a lot this season too. But you give yourself to your kids, and so that part of parenting, I think, is the hardest part, because it does. And you think as your like kids are little that it like as they get older, then they'll be more independent, and you won't have to put as much of your emotions into them. But that's not the case, guys.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now, like, it's not the case.
Are you whispering because the baby's sleeping? Or?
I don't know why I was
But do you love parenthood?
I do. I do love parenting.
Okay.
What about you?
Nope. Nope.
So I could literally take a minute to think about it, and you can just say no.
Well, yeah, because you weren't sure. I'm sure. I don't like parenthood. I really don't. Do I love my kids? Yes, I do. With all my heart, I will do anything for my kids anytime. But I don't like parenthood. I honestly don't.
Okay, so what is it that you don't like about it?
You have to manage all these kids. It's like running a business.
Yeah,
It really
is.
is.
It really is, especially with everyone's different schedules, and I
But
mean,
the
they're
The unfortunate part is that I have to do the parenthood thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have
Right.
to like it. I have to do it. But
but I mean, so maybe it's not like something you would do as a hobby, but like I'm sure you find fulfillment in it.
I have to do it because I'm forced to do it.
No, I know
By
you.
the kid. No, I'm just joking.
You
But
do.
yes.
Your family is your life. Like just as your friend, as your coworker, like I see that it is your life. So if you didn't have it, then then you'd say you missed it.
Parenthood has taught me probably about 75% of all the good things in my life. So, again, I don't like it. I don't like parenthood.
Okay, no, I'm not laughing at you.
No, it's fine. You always laugh at me, so it's cool.
No,
I get it all the time. But the fact of the matter is, I have to do it, and I have learned from it.
Yep.
And I do appreciate what I have learned from it, but I hate it. Downright hate it.
I mean, even just knowing you can't say you hate parenting.
I hate parenthood.
No, you
yes,
don't.
I do.
Stop
What
it.
consists of parenthood?
Like you get to like raise your kids, and you get to see them grow into their own individuals, and you get to see the things that you've taught them, but also the things the world has taught them be meshed into one.
Right.
And then you get to see them go out into the world and
You explain parenthood a lot different than what I'm thinking of it.
I know.
Like, to me,
It's a
parenthood...
little corny, I know.
Well, no. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Now, typical mom, it's what would happen is... What the thing is, the reason why I don't like parenthood is because all the stress, all the feels, that stuff. Now, when we talk about I don't know how to put this, the love of parenthood. Wait a minute.
Did I make you speechless?
I think you did. Because I'm trying to figure a way to put this. I don't like parenthood. I love my kids. I love what parenthood has done for me. But I don't like all the stress and everything that has come with it.
Dude, dude. Sorry, guys.
Dude.
Dude. I can completely agree with that.
Okay.
Actually, like I was just messing with you before because that's what we do. But I agree with you. I think that a lot of parenting is a lot of hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like sometimes you get the, the ability to see your efforts and what it's created. But a lot of the times, like most of the time, it's hard. And sometimes it's not so, what's the best word?
Did I make you speechless?
Yes. Yes, you did, actually. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot more complicated than just saying.
So hear me out. Look at it like this, okay? You, from where you are now, okay?
Yes.
And just think of all the happy things that has come out of parenthood. Mm-hmm. And then you ask yourself, did you like that journey? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Would you do that journey all over again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like, whoo, I'm glad where I am now, but
right.
I don't want to do that journey again.
Because
you know
some of those moments are just survival.
Yes.
Like some of those moments, I don't even, like, do you think about this sometimes? Like you don't even remember even like details of these moments that were really hard in your life, especially with parenting.
Yep.
It's like, I can't even remember that because like as a parent, you're so like in survival mode a lot of times and you don't know what the hell you're doing.
And the thing is that when you're in survival mode, you can do one of two things. One, just, let it go over your head and just focus on the next thing. Or you can keep it in the back of your head and let it be a learning curve. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's my mentality coming up to this point has always been, okay, that's dealt with. Move on to the next phase.
Totally.
There are some things where I'm like, okay, I gotta keep this in the back of my head to learn. But that's the reason why I forget is because I let that go a long time. I let certain things go a long time ago just because I couldn't take that on the journey with me.
Yeah.
You only have carry-on bags.
I know.
So you got to pick and choose.
Well, especially like, for those of you that are just watching, Mike and I both started very young as parents. So, I mean,
too damn young. I'm sorry.
It's good. There's positive things about that. We've talked about that in other episodes. You can always check those out at ourcommunitynow.com. But there's also, hard things about that because you have to grow up really fast. And I'm sure a lot of you that started young know that. And so really yeah.
On a deep level real quick though, some of the thoughts that have probably gone through your head and a lot of thoughts have gone through my head, I don't want to think those things anymore.
Yes.
So it's kind of like
totally. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It's like no way can I think like that ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, you're like a totally different person now.
Right. And that's what leads me towards no, I don't like parenthood. Because it comes with heartache. It comes with meanness. It comes with yelling and screaming.
Can we emphasize the meanness? Can you say that again?
Meanness. Okay, Elise. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Now your kids, 11?
Mm-hmm. Almost.
Okay, in the middle?
13. Almost.
Okay.
Like literally in like a week.
Okay. But 6 and then 16.
Yes.
So now this is coming from a parental perspective.
Okay.
Where do you see your kids?
Oh.
5 years.
Okay. So I get to ask you the same thing, right?
Nope.
After?
You get to ask your own question, but not that same thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think Dominic wants to go to college. I support him if he doesn't. I know his plans are shifting. He used to be really big into wrestling, and now he's really big into acting. So I honestly don't really know. All I know is he's very passionate about acting right now. So he's trying to get into that.
So do you have any doubt that he'll veer off of that path? Or
no, actually.
So his passion is really strong.
Yeah, he actually talked to us the other day about how he wants to not focus on wrestling after doing it since he was 3, and he's a junior in high school. So you could imagine.
I was just about to ask, what was Trevor's reaction?
I am actually really proud of Trevor because he actually reacted very well.
Nice.
But Trevor was a coach, just like you were a coach, and he spent a lot of time, a lot of weekends, we all did, at wrestling tournaments growing up. And we always like, oh, if he goes to college, he can get a scholarship for wrestling. But now he's changing his mind. And so, yeah, Trevor did really well. And he actually basically said, finish out the season. But if you need to change your mind, then we can talk about it. And he knows it's going to happen. So do I. Bronson, he will be a senior in high school, probably getting ready to go maybe into college or travel the world. I don't know. He has very different like personalities in one. So
I have a feeling he's going to be my boss one day. I don't know.
he does have like a boss
But
mentality too.
The kid is like a genius though. Like literally. He's like a genius.
He's very smart. He's all in his he's like in his head a lot. And he can do the Rubik's Cube in like, I don't even know, like 30 something. Did he show you? I think he showed you.
30 seconds.
But he's also a little emotionally reserved. So I think, I'm trying to get into his head a little bit as he's getting older because he's going to be 13. That's a big deal. But yeah, I'll see him probably, he'll be in high school. And Capri, oh wait, no, he's going to be, I'm all mixed up now. All mixed up. Capri will be in high school, and I hope that she likes me by then. We'll see.
This conversation took like a little turn, but okay. This is Parental Composure therapy session.
Hey, I'm authentic. I can't help. I'm going to share my thoughts, okay? And she's a tween, and she doesn't like me right now. I try and pat her on the back, and she's like, don't touch me. I try and talk to her about her feelings. Mom, I don't want to talk about this right now. Okay. So that's where I'm at. So hopefully at 17, it will be a little different. What about you?
So for me, so right now I'm batting 3 for 3 for older kids graduating high school. I have,
Yes.
3 for 3 so far. So, whew.
Good.
Because those were some rough years for me and Chris as a parent.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, they all just got jobs. They didn't go to college. They understood that, hey, mom and dad don't have money to go to college, so
yeah.
I don't have any real concerns for the 3 oldest, Haley, Michaela, and Taylor. They do make me nervous at times because they're young and you can't tell them anything.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like bills and all that stuff, you have to let them find out for themselves.
So true.
You don't ever argue with your older kids about bills because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But they're doing okay. I mean, they are still, but, it's...
We're also in Colorado, which is...
That's right. It is pretty expensive.
It is.
Now, as for the 3 younger ones, Riley, I have high hopes for Riley. She, again, we talked about this yesterday, so Riley is about, almost, around the same age as Capri. She's 12. So, that stage that they're going through right now,
yeah,
I've seen it many a time, so I know it's just a phase. But once this phase is over, come high school, I honestly think Riley will become a independent person. She's actually very independent right now. It's just sometimes you have to pry her off the cell phone. But she, I feel she'll be independent. Jackson, he will conquer all of his disabilities because he's learning quick on, being deaf and, having some deformities and things like none of this stuff bothers him at all.
Oh, yeah. Jackson's like...
Yeah, because he's nonstop. He is straight boy.
Yes.
Jumping and bouncing off the walls nonstop from dusk till dawn. So, but the thing is, he's very protective over his sisters, especially his younger sister. So, I guess you could say, like, if anything were to happen, I don't have any doubts that Jackson will take care of the family. And as for Kendall, straight 150% hellion. No ifs, ands, or buts. Most beautiful child in the world. But the most evil spirit.
She is
No.
not.
But all jokes aside, I have no clue where this kid's going. Like, I don't. One day, she's the best child in the world. And then she wakes up the next day, and she's the worst child in the world. She'll growl at you and...
She does.
Oh, my God. When she wakes up in the
growls?
morning.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, she's so freaking cute, though.
Yeah, but...
I think I love that Jackson's so protective of her.
Yeah, it makes me feel better because you never
Yeah,
know when
you
Jackson gets older, he can do all the butt kicking for me and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
But between both of us, I know, I think all 9 kids will come out perfectly great, awesome, and
Yes. What is your like parenting goal for this year? Like, what do you feel like you want to focus on the most?
I can't say it's, I don't know if it's this year, but the problem is right now. So ever since we moved to Colorado, we've been renting. And you know, some people be like, it's not a big deal if you rent, but when you have as much kids as I do, there are a lot of things you want to do around the house that you just can't because you don't own the place. So I need to get the family into a more, it's time. I think it's time for us to buy a house, get the family more, what do you call it? Like start building the foundation.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff
settled.
Like that. Yep.
And you're a mechanic. You like to like build things. So like building onto a house would not be hard for you. Like that's probably like, that would be like kind of like a hobby. It'd be fun.
Man, we're getting old.
Don't remind me.
We're getting old.
I know we're getting old, but luckily we got these kids to keep us young. Well, my goal is for the year as a parent is to be more present with the kids. Because I think like now that they're older, it's easy for me to like kind of be okay with everybody kind of separating and doing their own stuff on their devices. And it makes it easier, for me to just do the same thing. Like if things are taken care of and we're all just hanging out. But my goal is to do more things like together as a family instead of us all being completely in our own worlds.
Yeah, it's something that we need to work on as well. We just, the whole pandemic has changed the way that we live our life and stuff like that. So even though the pandemic's still going on, we have adjusted and stuff like that, but that's how we are. We're like everybody's in the house doing their own thing.
Yeah, I think that's like a lot of people probably.
Yeah, just because you can only, especially, let's just say the whole family gets sick. But the thing is that let's just say you have 6 kids, a husband and a wife. That's 8 people, but one of the kids lives in Virginia. So that makes 7 people in the house who are sick, can't go anywhere, not allowed to go anywhere. And that takes a toll.
Yes. Well, Mike, it's really good to be back talking about parenting. I've missed this. I think this is going to be fun, and I'm happy for anybody out there that's listening. And let your friends know, if they want to just listen to something about real parenting and no judgment whatsoever from our end. And you can judge us all you want, but
we'll get that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
We will.
Elise.
No
There'll be plenty of that.
Yeah, we'll be there. But just definitely check out our socials because we are going to be more active on Instagram now. So check out Instagram. We're on Red Circle if you want to listen to us for a podcast. Ourcommunitynow.com. You can find our videos as well as lots of articles. So yeah, check us out there.
And with that being said, we will see you guys next time.
All right. Bye.
Just remember, we do not in any way pretend to give any parental advice. and pretend like we know everything about parenting. What we do is share our experiences with you all because we talk about it a lot. So we might as well just talk about it with you, fellow parents or parents to be, or people who don't want any kids and you just want to talk to people. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
We're just here to talk about our experience, and that's what we do.
Yes, and we're always open to collaboration. So if you're another podcast and you like to talk about parenting, or if you're like a therapist or anybody that has anything to do with kids, yes, same. Then reach out to us because we are always interested in like getting out in the community and meeting other people that are parents and non-parents and anyone interested in parenting. So.